Hey guys, and welcome to another Factorio tutorial. Today we are going to go over installing mods for Factorio on the Steam version. Okay, now I did a video a while ago, I say a while, like probably over a year ago, on how to install mods, and it's still pretty valid, but a few things have changed since it's come out on Steam, and I made a few mistakes in that video, which hopefully I can correct in this one. So it's going to be a more updated version, and we'll get right into it here. So there's going to be kind of two parts, I guess. Just really quickly here, we're going to go into how to access your Steam folder or your Steam Factorio directory. So if we go into Properties, we go into Local Files, and we go into Browse Local Files. This will bring you to your Steam directory. You can see here. It's under Program Files, 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Factorio. Now, there are mods folders in here and saves folder. And this is where all the game data is, right? All the things about the game, how the game works, what makes it work, all that. But for whatever reason, typically it seems like Steam is actually not pulling the saves or the mods from this folder. Now, for me, it was at one point, and then I updated or something, and it stopped, and is pulling from the other place I'm going to show here in a second. So I'm showing you how to get into here because if it still doesn't work after you put it into the place I'm going to show you where it typically pulls from, then if you put it into here, it should work more likely than not. So you can just put the mods in both if you want, just to be sure. But yeah, so that's how you get into here. But it seems like for the most part, it is not actually pulling your saves or your mods from this folder. And it seems to confuse a lot of people. I've seen quite a few questions on how to install mods for the Steam version. So if we go to computer here, and we go into our main drive, -C, yours may be different. We go into users down here, and you go into your name folder. Okay, mine's Exterminator 5, whatever yours is, it may be your actual name or whatever you've named your computer or this account or whatever. Go into here, go into app data, and you may have to, I forget exactly how, but it's easy to look up. You may have to go in to your folder permissions or whatever and set it to show hidden folders, because this may be a hidden folder and it may not show up. So if it's not showing up, that's what you'll have to do. Just Google show hidden folders on Windows or whatever, and you'll figure that out. So app data, roaming, and there's actually a Factorio folder in here, and this is put here when you install it on Steam, because I deleted this completely and uninstalled it from Steam. Okay, so this wasn't here, and then when I reinstalled it on Steam, this folder was here. So it does get placed here when you install it on Steam. We go into here, and this is actually where it seems to pull the mods and saves from most of the time. Okay, so when I go into my Factorio, it's actually pulling these saves and these mods. Okay, so that's how you get there, and this will typically be where it pulls them from. Now, to install the mods, it's actually pretty straightforward. At this point, there's no Steam Workshop integration or whatever for installing them, so this is just how it's going to work until that happens. But you just go to wherever you downloaded them, wherever you have your downloads go, and you can either put the zip files directly in here and it will work. As you see, I have zip files, or you can unzip them and use the folder and it will work as well, like I have here. But one thing to note, if that mod happens to come in a .rar, RAR format, it will not work in that format. Okay, most mods are going to come as a zip or a folder, but if they do come as a .rar, you're going to have to unzip them because it won't read a .rar. Okay, so all you have to do is just drag and drop them in here. If you're just putting the zips in here, just put it in there, and you launch your game, and you should be good to go. Now, obviously, you need to make sure that the mods you get actually, as Skype pops up, I thought that I turned that off. Anyway, you need to make sure that the mods are updated for the latest version of Factorio. Typically, all the main ones will be, and when you go into the mod thread where you can download it, and it gives information, it should say what version of Factorio it's compatible with. Just make sure it's compatible with the version you're using. So if you're on the latest, it like I said, most of the main ones should be just double check, because that can cause problems on launch. Okay, so there you go. That's how you install the mods for the Steam version. When you launch your game through Steam, and it'll launch right, and then you just go into the mods options folder. Like in game, there's a mod section. You may have to enable them. You can set an option to enable them automatically on launch, like any new mods. And as long as there's no issues with the mods, the game should launch fine, and you should be able to use them fine. Okay. So there you go. This is how you install them for the Steam version. Now, really quick, just to cover it, in case you got the game from the Factorio website directly and not from Steam, it's a little different. You can download it as an installer from the website or a zip. If you use the installer, it'll create a folder typically in the same place we just went. So this method would be the same. That seems to be where it usually installs it if you use the installer. If you use a zip, then obviously you're the one who chose where you unzip it, so I can't tell you exactly where to go. But for that, you just put it into the same root directory. So for me, I have mine under program files, and I have a special folder in multiple versions here with different saves and mods and stuff. So wherever you unzipped it, this will be what it's like unzipped, right? You go into here, and there's a mods folder, and you put them in here. Now, really quick, if you don't have a mods folder, usually when you first install the game, there won't actually be a mods folder. You just need to create one. Just go new folder and just name it mods, just like it is here, and then put your mods in there, and you should be good to go. Okay, so if there's no mods folder, don't freak out. Just need to create one, and it should work, considering everything's up to date and there's no problems with the mod itself. So there you go. I hope this was helpful. Again, it can't hurt to just put the mods in both places, in the app data roaming folder, and then also just in the Steam directory Factorio folder, just to make sure. And it should pull from either one, whichever one it decides to, but typically it's going to be the app data roaming Factorio folder. And there you go. So I hope this was helpful, guys. And if you have any questions, or if I miss anything, please let me know down in the comments. Hopefully I didn't, but it's always possible. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope it was helpful. If it was, feel free to leave a like so that people can find it. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.